Miku a Mugu who cannot sing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's true. 3 days before whatever Sunday you want to call that, Good Sunday, whatever it is. 3 days before, on Thursday night, Hatsune Mugu died for our sins. Yes, sir. Let's talk about it. For anybody who is out there, for anybody who has been around the anime sphere circle since the thousands, right? If you want to get specific, more like the thousands to the tens, Hatsune Miku was a force. Unprecedented and honestly a little shocking, but idols and VTubers and everything that we think about today that comes from like a online presence promoting and collaborating with things that normally shouldn't have anything to do with the property itself. But back then in the 2010s, when the homie and I were looking at YouTube videos and we were seeing Hatsune Miku inside of Toyota Corolla commercials, it really became something new, something different. We gave so much attention and well, I guess power to what was hypothetically something not physical. And as far as I remember, that was the first time that really happened. I wouldn't say that Miku has kind of like died down since then, but in that moment, just kind of like Kizuna Ai, if you want to think about it like that, another moment that really pioneered a new wave of something completely different. And for a lot of different people, that means a lot of different things. You can easily think of comics, superheroes, and how everyone has a certain affinity to this Miku character. Miku and the Vocaloids and everybody in the creator space of Hatsune Miku. It's a long time coming. It's freaking crazy that after all these years, you're able to come up with something that's respectful, right? They could have easily gone the Hollywood route and just done some weird Miku's Big Adventure and something strange like that. But they toned it down, I think, which is something that very early in the film, right? Reflecting on those commercials and how the Hatsune Miku brand really became something not necessarily corrupted, but used rather than being able to exist and admired and like appreciated for the art that it created and what it brought. Ideas, companies, and just people, right? We'll just call it the capitalistic tendencies in society decided to go the extra mile and how can we get this new group of people, this brand new generation of talent, of artistic ideals, and how do we bring them into driving Toyota Corollas and ordering Domino's pizza, right? And that's just kind of how it felt like. It was fun, it was cute, and it was interesting in the moment, but just like any president sent by any person in any country, in any universe, people watch what you do, people adapt to that, and people want what you don't have. And if that is a very emotional, respected, blue-haired character that is currently in the populace, you bet your ass that Fortnite is gonna want her skin on their game. And I paid for it, you know what I mean? So there's no one saying that these things don't deserve to exist, that they don't deserve to become, they don't deserve to express themselves. But taking that first step is the easiest way to go down the rabbit hole. And we see that. We see a Miku who, in the world filled with people who have personalities, people who have dreams, friends that have purpose, we see this enigma try to form itself, coming from something less bright, from a corner less accepted, right? Whatever that means, however you want to take that, the idea of a dream that just continues to grow, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be this, I'm gonna be Mr. Beast and invest 5,000 yen in rebuilding the rainforest in Africa. And quickly pivot to, oh hey, people want to watch Hunger Games. We're gonna invest in an island to have these people go full Hunger Games. You know, people want that. People can have that. And far be it from me to say that the world isn't looking for something more, when if you just took a second, if you just took a breath of fresh air, you'd be able to realize that this world is so unique. This world is so perfectly balanced. Science cannot explain why the atmosphere is exactly the right density that it has to be to contain this oxygen. But yet we stand, we're here. There is too much happening. There is a world out there that is crying, singing, laughing. We see these characters respectively within their circles, within their lifestyles, express themselves in their own light. And why can't that be the normal? In a world where everything deserves to naturally, in a world where everything can naturally sustain and create and hold itself, why would we refuse that sense of liberty, of knowing that if we really were able to let go, that we would be able to experience on a different level, different things, different moments, maybe with people, maybe with yourselves. You go out there and meditate in the Himalayas, you never know who you'll be back when you come back. But it exists. It's out there. And if you have the guts, if you have the dream, if you have the courage to step forward, that becomes your world. It's a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful thought. It's not always pretty. It's not always fair. But it's real. It's life. It's, if we make this work, something worth fighting for. In a beautiful world, on a colorful stage. But ladies and gentlemen, just remember, Sega knew what they were doing. Hatsune Mugu, thank you for your service. Being in that theater and being able to experience like the hype from there is an anime movie crowd in the theaters, and there is Hatsune Miku fans from all walks of life hanging out with someone who doesn't even watch movies, just shows up for this one night. And that's power. Gotta use it responsibly. Respect. Thank you. Thank you for being cool. Thank you for expressing yourself. And if you believe, if you remember, never forget. Anybody can cook, but only the best can create. Only the great. So, with that being said, live on. Be free. Express the moment, because it is yours. And that is waifu. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, go watch a Miku who can't sing. Feel it, enjoy it, come back, let us know what you thought. I'm excited, I'm happy. I am glad that the room was fairly packed, and I expect it to pick up steam from here. So where we go, what we do, and how many more skins Fortnite adds of Miku. Luca, where you at, girl? I look forward to that. But until then, hasta la próxima. Ciao. Mata ne.